What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Davis and today I have another cool Cinewhoop review for you. Check out this beast. This one is looking really nice. It is very similar looking to the Diatone Taycan, but we have options on here, it looks like, to go from 4 to 6S. We have T motors on here, so those are really nice high quality motors. They're 1507, 2700 kVs. We also have DJI Digital on here with the full-blown air module. It's vertical mount, which I've seen before on like the Flywoo design. And we have two vertical TPU mounted antennas back here with your MMCX connectors connecting straight to your air module. Now, I've been asked by many people recently, should I go digital? And the answer to that is absolutely. If you want to invest the money into the goggles, I think once you do that, you know, your out the door price is going to be over $1,000 when you're all said and done, because these quads do cost around $280 to around $400. This one does retail for around $400, but what you're getting on here component wise is like top shelf stuff, because we have 55 amp ESCs on here as well. So they're a 30 by 30 stack on the bottom, and this frame is kind of cool because it actually has this 30 by 30 option in the very middle, and then it also has more 20 by 20 options all the way starting back here. 1, 2, 3, 4 different mounting options there. That's a lot of options if you decided to pull off this 20 by 20 later or you had a problem with it. That's a really nice modular frame. Also, the foam bumpers on here look a little bit different than what we've seen before. It has these like angular cut pieces right here around the front and the back, which kind of give this one a unique look. It stands out in the crowd from the pack. You have plenty of tilt here, but if you're just getting into FPV, these make really good trainers, because what happens with this is that when you first start flying acro, these are going to do light freestyle, and this one would do light freestyle. I would say it would give some tumble in a big loop. If you come back around, sometimes it will, the flight controller will kind of have a little freak out, the gyro, and it'll do this on you. But it is something that you can recover from. It's not going to be the end of your flight. It's not likely to make you crash. But you have to know that that is something that happens on these types of Cinewhoops. We also have an XT60 here. The VTX that's built in back here as well will do up to 1000 milliwatt with a mod. There is a firmware update you can do to make this run 1 watt, which is pretty impressive. So you can go miles and miles out with that. It also has an optional cable in here just above this F7 flight controller. That's the other thing that's great about this, is a dual F7 on here. It has this cable coming off ready for an S-Bus receiver, and I'll just try to tuck it out right there on the side. You can see that little white cable. That's for your S-Bus receivers, anything FlySky. You can do FrSky, Futaba, DSMX, so you have all the receiver options on here as well. And it looks like plenty of top mount battery capability on the top here, for room for even a large. It's like a 1550 is probably about as big as I would go. And I was using the 1300 and I'm still getting over 5 minutes flight time with this. But they are great trainers if you want to start out flying stability mode and then move up to acro later. I know some guys right now at my local field who are using actually the Diatone Taycan for an acro trainer, and it's great because the foam bumpers, they're not going to break this frame if you do crash. It's a very solid and durable frame. And all the TPU trimmings on here on the bottom as well on each motor here. On the top, in the back, you have a spot for your Mortal T if you want to do crossfire. This will also handle crossfire. And plenty of frame support on the bottom too. Looks like plenty of bracing in here, and a really nice looking quad in person. I was impressed when I pulled it out of the box, because I've had some Aurora RC stuff in the past, and I was kind of wondering when Aurora was going to come around for their 3-inch Cinewhoop release, and here it is, just in time for a first look for you guys. But let's go ahead now and let's go out to the field. We'll do a little bit of flying with this, and I'll show you some onboard footage and just how amazingly close you can get into things and fly with this DJI system. It's kind of amazing how well you can actually see with it. It is a total game changer in FPV. So let's go ahead out to the field and do some flight tests. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back from the flight test. So I think this is one of those quads that does stand out in the pack. It has a pretty good weight on it. It is very comparable weight-wise, around 360 grams on the scale, just over 500 with the battery. It's not going to be the lightest, but it would be sort of in the mid-range of Cinewhoops. And I'll put some links down below for my top 5 Cinewhoops, and you guys can pick through those and decide which one you want to get. The Green Hornet is probably one of the lightest out there, but then again, this one with the F7 on here is probably one of the best flying out there. So the F7, dual F7, actually it increases the smooth feeling of the tune on the quad. So it's just an overall like better flight experience. Even in a little bit of wind, I was still able to keep a pretty straight line going with this quad. So and once I got used to the way this one flies, they all fly different, by the way. Once I got used to the way this one flies, it was really, really precise, going through the tree farm and not crashing into some of the tightest spots that I went through with this quad. So mild freestyle, excellent cinema capability, and just a phenomenal experience with the DJI system on here. I can't recommend this enough for you guys. You have to try it. It is night and day. Like VHS tape for video for the old school analog cameras now, they are cheaper, but once you move up to digital, it's like looking at a 1080p flat screen. The DJI goggles are amazing, so it's worth every single penny. And I have to say, I had come back with no problems with this one. So this one is in the good books, and this is one of the ones that I can recommend easily, because no crashes, no bumps, no scratches. It performed great out of the box, and it's one of those ones that you can just order and bind up and fly without a lot of issues. And the props that they chose to put on here, those are my props of choice. Those are also the Gemfan 3-inch with those nice tapered ends on there. It's sort of made specifically for the Cinewhoop type quads. So yeah, this one is a winner, guys. 2 thumbs up for this one, but I could definitely recommend it for this year. So go back and look at the footage again and you know, double check and see what you think before you make an order. But this one is good with me. So thanks again for watching, you guys. And please do click subscribe for more quad videos coming up. I got a lot of new stuff in this week and a bunch of new radios and all kinds of cool stuff for you guys to see. So take care, be well, and stay safe out there. I'll see you on the next one.